beat. Hey, nice to see you back here again. I mean, of course I just gave you the backstage pass, so you could technically get in whenever you wanted. But I really need to do right now. The show's over and... ugh. That group was sure something. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for all the fans that I got. But sometimes they're just a little too happy to see me. Thank gosh for my security team. If they weren't keeping them from jumping on the stage and tackling me, I might not be here right now. But it's nice to finally be back and just get some alone time. You know, one of the most draining things about performing isn't the actual performance or singing. It's the full-time job as an actor. You gotta pretend like you're happy to see all the signs and everything, and don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful for all the fans that I got. If I didn't have them, I'd be working a 9 to 5. But, nonetheless, it's a little hard to continue being grateful when they hold up signs like, "Ooh, I want to marry you, Nagito," or, "Oh my gosh, Nagito, show us your abs." I don't even have abs. There was only a picture that leaked online that was me edited with abs, and everybody started assuming that I have abs. I got much more to deal with than working out. Sorry. I didn't mean to rant to you. I know that you've probably had a long day too. And I'm grateful that you even decided to support me backstage. It hasn't been too long since we have started dating, has it? I think it's only been 3 months. But it's important the press doesn't know. I know you don't care, but I can't bring that life upon you. If anybody thinks you're anything other than just a normal fan, then your life will become like my life is, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know what I wanted to be before I became a rock star? I wanted to be a baker. I had dreams of opening a small bakery and making dough and making up cakes. It's funny to think back on those memories. They seem so far away now. But I guess it was pretty childish to think that I'd open up a small bakery in the mountains and make a living. Yet again, it's probably just as childish to hope to become a rock star, but childhood dreams come true. You know what they say, be careful what you wish for. That's how I feel. This is what I wanted. It's what I asked for. To be famous, to have a fan base and be able to tour and do concerts, but I don't know. On one hand, I feel I should be grateful, but on the other hand, I guess humans are never really content with what they have. I wasn't content just being an average person, but now that I'm recognized on the streets, I know that I can never go back. I'll never be normal again like I was. And sometimes that keeps me up at night. I mean, how would you feel if you knew that no matter what, everyone would always crowd around you in public places? Trying to go to a movie theater or out to eat without a disguise? Good luck. And you can't escape. I mean, of course I could fall off the world for a few years and dye my hair and shave off my eyebrows and maybe people wouldn't recognize me, but it's complicated. It feels like I work so hard to get here, and it's a steady source of income, so it's not like I want to quit, but it's just so mentally draining. Performing out there and trying to do a crowd surf when somebody steals your shoe and sells it on eBay, it's not the best feeling. They put you on a pedestal, and I don't mean just literally the stage's pedestal, but a metaphorical pedestal. They expect you to be a god and they treat you as one, but I'm just a human. I make mistakes, and sometimes I go back to thinking about that bakery in the mountains that only existed in my mind, and I think, what would that Nagito be doing right now? What would the Nagito that opened up a little bakery in the mountains, what would he be thinking right now? Would he be content? Would he feel like he'll never be famous and not know how to deal with the fame? How would he deal with it? But then I remember that I'll never be happy, truly. That's not the right word. I'll never be content. I'll always want to try something else or change my path. I'm never going to be constant with one thing. And so instead, I'm going to try to find the positives in every aspect. The fan mail is one thing. Aside from the creepy one or two, hearing about how I affect people's lives, how I've changed them, how I make people reconsider their outlook on life with my music, it warms my heart. Because that's what I started for. I started with the intention of making a difference in people. And the fact that I actually have accomplished that drives me to keep trying, to keep going, and I don't know, it might sound a little silly, but then there's something else. You. I know I've just been talking about my problems this whole time, but you make me feel like that small baker in the mountains. You don't put me on a pedestal, and you don't expect me to be a god. You don't love me for my money or my talent. You love me for me. As much as you joke that you're only here for the money, I know the truth. People think I'm stupid, and that I can't tell when somebody's manipulating me. But I can tell when somebody's not manipulating me. And I can tell that you don't see me as my stage persona. You see me as that small boy who still dreams of owning a bakery in the mountains. And one day, I hope that we can do that together.